Today we're going to talk about my tattoo. Specifically, we're going to talk about perceptions and how working hard to change them set my client free. So about my tattoo, you'll see there are 5 diamonds, or squares, depending on how you look at it, and I get a different answer from everyone when I ask them which square is on top. Because if you shift your eyes a certain way, you can make it stand up this way, you can make it go that way, you can put the middle one on top and it looks like a pyramid. It's all about perception. And just like any emotional growth methodology that you choose to follow for your personal journey, be it psychology, be it spiritual guidance, be it a life coach, be it whimsical rebellion, no matter what it is, they're all formulated on a foundation of perception and clearing up those perceptions, changing them around to find permission that works for you and helps you find balance and happiness in your life. So let's talk about my client and how she was set free. She came to me and she was so weighed down. She was drowning, you guys. She was weighed down by the perception her family had of her. She was weighed down by everyone's perception of this dragon slayer mother hen that she was there to be. She was weighed down by the perception her lover had of her daughter had of her. She was basically walking around with energetic weights strapped to her back from the guilt of letting everybody down and not living up to their impressions of what she was here to be. And as a people pleaser, when we let someone down, it creates a very real, tangible weight on our existence. It creates all this extra stress, all this literal burden. It can create back problems. It can create other health issues. It's an actual real weight that we carry around whenever we let someone down. And on the back end of that, because y'all know how I like to flip it and reverse it, on the back end of that, even when you bust your ass and kill yourself to achieve something, to not let someone down, to do the damn thing, to show the fuck up, to keep your word, even when you do that, you create that weight on yourself, that guilt, even when you accomplish the thing you set out to accomplish. Because even though it's an accomplishment, the guilt in it is exacerbated because there's no return of positive energy. You don't get anything back. And it seems super unfucking fair to people just starting their people-pleasing journey. All of my graduates and one-on-one clients know what I'm about to say, but anyone just starting their journey is like, but you hear it all the time, like energy attracts like energy. And believe it or not, people pleasers and toxic empaths, the ones that are so deep into their people pleasing that they don't see how they're wrongfully using their gifts of empathy to control. When those people, if you're one of them, I'm talking to you, when you let your fear and paranoia of other people's impressions fuel your actions, you are changing, watering down, completely eradicating the original pure intent of that deed, of that goal. And you've turned it instead into something fucked up, masturbatory. And no matter how pure the original intention was, we use fear and paranoia to propel us to the end goal, to get the thing done, to make sure that we don't let someone down, that we keep our word because we're afraid of what they'll think of us if we don't. When we use that fear, it changes the original intent into a negative energy. And energy attracts like energy. So all you're gonna get back is negative energy. Or worse, fucking neutral energy. Who wants that? That's like the worst thing in the world when you just like killed yourself for a project and someone's like, cool, thanks. I'm sorry, excuse me, did you say cool, thanks? Because I think I deserve something more than that. Like, we've all been there. Like, have you ever felt unappreciated? Have you ever felt used up? This is why. So I'm gonna share with you the secret. I'm gonna share with you that missing key from everything that was weighing my client the fuck down. It is one powerful word: perceived. So let's go back, shall we? And let's repeat the things that were crushing and drowning and weighing her down and insert this magical fucking word. She was so weighed down by the perceived impressions her family had of her. She was so weighed down by the perceived impressions everyone had of this dragon slayer she was there to be. She was so weighed down by the perceived impressions her lover had of her, by the perceived impressions her daughter had of her. Do you feel the difference right now? You can almost feel a lightness happening. You can almost feel that dark cloud just being blown away and sun shining through, and just like, oh, okay. Because when we reveal the truth of perceptions, we can finally take responsibility for our actions. We can take responsibility for that negative energy we've been putting out there, for that heavy shit we've been putting on other people, just trying to fix our own shit. And once we unveiled that missing key for her, she was set fucking free. Finally. I don't even know if you can imagine what that felt like for her, but it was incredible to witness. It was worth every moment I spend trying to help anyone to watch that happen for her. Suddenly she was messaging me and letting me know that all the interactions with her family and friends have just become so light and easy and love-filled. And there was this reciprocity of the energy and the effort that she was putting out, because she wasn't putting her shit on them anymore. She had just stepped back and taken responsibility for herself, because we helped her see that it was just a perceived reality, that she was creating all this guilt and all this heaviness from things that she was just thinking were the truth. Because as a toxic empath, when you are deep in your people pleasing, you only use the curse side of this gift that is empathy, and that makes you believe that you know what people are thinking. It makes you believe that you can control how they're gonna respond to you. It makes you believe that you can control what they think of you. And having that misguided perception fucks up everything else for us. She's just so happy now and just so balanced and light and fluffy, and finally, friends and family, they're finally existing alongside her instead of like forcibly in her hands, like, let me help you. They're just existing alongside her, all in harmony. Every human responsible for their own human experience. And this creates an amazing independence. It's like a domino effect. It was all because she took responsibility for her own human experience. And it's like this confidence boosting, love sharing, responsibility, independence creating domino effect. And so they were all stronger together because they each become independent and stronger alone, because she had stepped back and just said, like, you know what? I'm responsible for me. I'm gonna stop putting my shit on you. Just gonna be responsible for me. And she achieved this balance, happiness, and ultimate freedom from her own guilt and her own people-pleasing addiction, because we worked hard together, one-on-one, to change and move around those perceptions so that we could find the permissions in her life that were gonna work for her and unlock that mystery of why she felt so used up and so exhausted. I don't know if you feel better. That brightened my day like 1,000 times, just being able to share it with you. So if this Whimsical Rebellion Wednesday has resonated with you at all, on any level, I'm gonna need you to follow that passion pull, okay? And if it seems scary to do so, that is just a giant sign that you need to follow it even faster, all right? There are lots of options for you to get into this emotional growth. If Whimsical Rebellion is calling your name and what you think you might need to find that balance and happiness, set yourself free from people-pleasing addiction, then follow one of these 3 steps. Option number 1, join my free safe space here on Facebook, The Whimsical Rebel, where I offer complimentary whimsy 2 times a week via an open forum live Q&A, where you can come in and ask all the questions. You can get the guidance that you've been needing for things that have been affecting your life, maybe conflicts you need to resolve. Maybe you just have a question about what the hell it is I do and how I can help you. Doesn't matter. Join the group, ask your questions, submit them via message, or if you catch the live broadcast, pop your questions in there. Option number 2, you can achieve your own people-pleasing addiction recovery with my private 6-week People Pleasers Autonomous Program. Option the 3rd, you can go lady balls deep and buck the societal norms by investing in your own rebellion and becoming one of my exclusive one-on-one clients. But don't worry, you don't have to make any of those decisions alone, you guys. Here are the steps to do all this amazingness. If you want to join the free group, just click the link in my cover photo. There will also be a link in the comments of this video. If you would like more info on my 6-week program or my exclusive one-on-one client packages, all you have to do is book your free 90-minute Lady Balls Roadmap call. It's an incredible phone call where you and I just get to spend 90 minutes figuring out what's going on with you, what you might need in your life, what you're looking for, what your true aspirations are, and how you could possibly get there, and if I can help you. It's a mind-blowing, incredible discovery. Whether you end up signing on for your own rebellion or not, it's an incredible way to sit down with yourself and discover what's been missing in your life and what's really gonna make you happy. You can schedule this 90-minute Lady Balls Roadmap call at schedulewithAudrey.as.me/ladyballs. Again, that is schedule with Audrey, AHDRI.me/ladyballs. If you don't have small ladyballs, we probably shouldn't be working together. I love you guys so much, and I hope you had an amazing Whimsical Rebellion Wednesday, and it continues to flow with positive energy and love, and I will see you in the free group. Bring your questions.